Welcome everyone to the 29th Annual Torch event. In normal times, we would be meeting in person, but unfortunately, the global pandemic makes it unsafe to get together as usual. We hope next year we will see everyone in person for the 30th Annual Torch Dinner. The Caucus Board would like to thank everyone for your continued support and helping us carry on with our mission in these difficult times, recruiting, training, and electing progressive women to office. As we start our evening, please welcome Cammie Woodard with an inspiring rendition of America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, and for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with sweet brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies and for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty above the fruited plain. Oh, America, America, God shed his grace on thee, oh, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, from sea to shining sea.
Each year, we gather for the Torch Dinner to acknowledge those who have made great contributions to our community, to support those candidates who have stepped up to run. Traditionally, we sip some wine and start out the evening hearing from our candidates. This year, we carry on the tradition virtually, so please join us in welcoming some of our endorsed 2020 candidates.
It's official. Last week I filed paperwork to become District 9's next Missouri State Senator. I've spent the last 3 years fighting for our issues in Jefferson City, and I will advocate for our community for years to come. Continuing the strong legacy of the 9th Senatorial District will take a commitment to service, an understanding of state law, and strong cross-party relationships. I will keep fighting for job training, criminal justice reform, and ending the blight plaguing our neighborhoods. Thank you for sticking with me. and I look forward to building a better District 9 together. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maggie Nurnberg. Like many of you, I've had a hard time grappling with what we see unfold in the news and politics across our state and country. Many times I find myself thinking, we are better than this. Our children, they deserve better than this. I have the privilege of teaching at North Kansas City High School, the most diverse high school in our state. And the students there, they fill me with so much hope. They help me realize that our best days are ahead of us. My students and my own children have given me a renewed purpose to fight on their behalf and advocate for bright futures for all kids across our state. Today, I'm launching my campaign to be the next state representative for Missouri House District 15. As a mom, a teacher, and a union member, I understand well that we need legislators in Jefferson City who will fight for our hardworking families, and I've decided I can no longer sit on the sidelines. I'm running for state representative to fight for public education and advocate for affordable health care, to defend our workers' rights, and to secure funding for our crumbling infrastructure. As state representative, I will work to protect the people I represent and not special interest groups. Visit my website, maggieformo.com, to learn more about me and where I stand on the issues. And follow me on Facebook and Twitter with the hashtag MaggieForMo. Join me today and become a supporter, because together we will build a better community.
Good evening. My name is Ingrid Burnett, and I am running for re-election to Missouri House District 19, which includes part of Kansas City's historic Northeast, Sugar Creek, Independence, and unincorporated Jackson County. I also serve as the Legislative Democratic Caucus Chair. This election is so important because now, more than ever, our children's future is at stake. Please join me in supporting the Women's Political Caucus and the progressive ideals that we fight so hard to protect. I know I can count on you to go to the polls and vote this November. And when you do, you tell them Ruth, Ingrid, and the Greater Kansas City Women's Political Caucus sent you. Enjoy your evening. It looks like a great event. Thank you so much for your support.
Hi, I'm Emily Weber, and I'm running for a Missouri State Representative for District 24. This is the Midtown downtown area of Kansas City. I am a graphic designer by trade, and I'm also an activist. The day after the 2016 election, I was told in a grocery store parking lot to go back to where I came from, China Doll. This was my awakening to work on as many campaigns as I could get my hands on and get more pro-choice women elected into office. I started this campaign with my great team because I was scared of the present and future of Missouri. I am committed to listening closely to our neighbors to identify common values and create a shared vision for our state. To learn more about our priorities, please visit the website at emilyformissouri.com. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Patty Lewis, and I am running for Missouri House of Representatives, District 25. I've been in healthcare for over 20 years as an ICU nurse and as a healthcare executive. I've been advocating for people my entire professional career, from the most vulnerable patients in the hospital to the teams I've led. I'm an experienced leader who knows how to get things done, and I do not shy away from a challenge. I've been involved in community service my entire life and serve on several boards and committees and volunteer with several organizations throughout the city. I'm a proud member of the Greater Kansas City Women's Political Caucus, and an endorsement from you would be an honor. Thank you for this opportunity to introduce myself. Please remember Patty Lewis, State Rep, District 25.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Dolan. I'm running for Missouri State House, District 31. It is an honor for me to come to you today and request the formal endorsement of GKC-WPC. I am a first-time candidate, and I'm running for a variety of reasons. First, we have such an incredible imbalance in our House right now, and so much so that it's impossible for our community to be represented. In addition to that, and because of that, there has been an onslaught, a full-out attack on those individuals who deserve support and who are typically more disenfranchised and the recipients of discrimination. I believe that our government must be supportive of and accessible by all individuals, regardless of what they look like, their gender, their orientation, or their circumstances in life. Further, I believe that there is incredible absence of transparency and accountability to our leadership and of our leadership. That too results from the imbalance that exists in the representation both of gender and political affiliation in our House today. I believe further that it is completely unacceptable that we have a legislature that is willfully trying to overturn the voice of the voters in my district and in our state overall. I believe in supporting wholeheartedly our public school systems, and if and when they are not doing their best, that we resource them to do so and hold them accountable as opposed to taking resources away. I believe that we must have access to affordable healthcare that's not tied directly to, as we're seeing right now, one's employment. As someone who is currently self-insured, I understand the cost involved. As a single working mother of 3 teenagers, I understand the demands on families, and we need to make sure that every one of our families can be as strong as possible, and it is the role of government to do so. But the role of government is important but limited, and the role of government is not to get involved in women's reproductive health and personal choices around their health and welfare. And it is time to stop attacking those individuals in areas that have nothing to do with the role of our government in the state of Missouri. Again, it is my pleasure and honor to be seeking your endorsement, and I thank you for your consideration.
My name is Christy Ann Bryant, and I'm running for Wyandotte County District Attorney. I'm running because I have concerns about the safety of our community. We currently have a significant problem with gun violence in our community, and I'm committed to improving that if I'm elected. The one area that we need to improve on is community relations, and together we need to develop an overall strategy for violence reduction, but that's not one size fits all. Each area within our community has different needs. My goal as district attorney would be to partner with community members, community leaders, service agencies, and stakeholders such as businesses and law enforcement in each area of the city to determine what those needs are and develop a violence reduction strategy that works. Whether you're in Argentine, whether you're on the North End, whether you're west, whether you're in Turner, all those needs are different, and it's part of the prosecutor's job to reduce violent crime before it starts, and I'm committed to doing that and making Wyandotte County safer.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joy Costin. I'm running for Kansas State Senate here in District 11, which serves Leawood and Overland Park. I ran for this seat for one simple reason: to keep Kansas moving forward. But with the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, our fight has shifted to protect our courts and our fundamental freedom to make our own healthcare decisions. So let's mourn the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but then let's get to work and show her we are worthy of her legacy. I hope you'll join campaigns like mine to support candidates who believe that we have to keep Kansas moving forward. Thank you.
My name is Christina Haswood, and I am running for Kansas House of Representatives in my home district, District 10, which covers southeast Douglas County, including Baldwin City and a part of Lawrence. In these difficult times, we need leaders in Topeka who understand the severity of this public health crisis and will enact a government response based in science and reason. Not only would I listen to public health expertise, I would provide it. I'm a professional public health researcher with degrees from Haskell Indian Nations University and the University of Kansas Medical Center. I am also running to give a voice to those who are underrepresented in state government. At age 26, I would be the youngest current member of the Kansas legislature and its only third Native American member ever. I also know what it's like to grow up relying on public food and housing assistance. I will fight tooth and nail to protect the programs that enabled me to lift myself out of poverty. I am proud to have the support of community leaders like our retiring 10th District Representative Eileen Horn, State Representative Lou Heiberger, and Lawrence Mayor Jennifer Ananda. I hope I can earn your support too, and together, we'll make it through to the other side of this crisis and start to write the next chapter of Kansas history.
My name is Linda Featherston. I'm running for the Kansas House of Representatives in District 16. District 16 runs from 95th Street to 127th Street, Flum to 69 Highway. I'm running to be a voice in Topeka for fully funding our public schools, for expanding Medicaid, and for common sense budgeting. I'm also running to be a voice for those who cannot speak for themselves. I'm a piano teacher, which gives me the perspective of being both a small businesswoman and a teacher. I'm also a wife and a mom. I'm a lifelong Kansan who's lived in Johnson County for 21 years. I've lived in District 16 for 17 years. I'm proud to say I attended Kansas public schools from kindergarten through graduate school, and I'm sending my kids to these same Kansas public schools. Kansas has lost nearly $4 billion by not expanding Medicaid, and it's time that these dollars came back to the great state of Kansas. I'm Linda Featherston. I'm running for the Kansas House of Representatives. You can find me online at linda4kansas.com on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you.
Hello, this is State Representative Susan Reese. I represent District 23, which includes Lenexa, Overland Park, and Shawnee. I have a unique role in the legislature because I have a clinical social work background. My 27 years in social work practice has included work from direct practice to administration. The perspective I bring to my legislative work is based on social work values and the Code of Ethics. Our Code of Ethics requires that social workers engage in social and political action. This is especially true when engaging in committee work on the House floor and when preparing a bill. So a typical day for me starts out the night before. I read bills that might reach the floor the next day. I have to have an opinion about a bill and be prepared to debate it if necessary. I also have to be prepared to give an explanation of my vote to the public and at times, depending on the bill, to the press. I serve on the Children and Senior Services Committee and the Social Services Budget Committee and the Veterans Military Committee. Bills can be presented to committees, and each committee member has the opportunity to ask questions regarding the vote. And again, is to be able to know how to vote on that bill. For the most part, I have knowledge of how a social services type of a bill might directly impact a family, an individual, or an organization. I ask pointed questions that would help to bring out the details of the bill that most might miss. Otherwise, all we hear are the financial impacts of a bill, and committee decisions are often based solely on those financials. I also get the opportunity to meet with constituents, lobbyists from social service agencies, utilities, railroads, municipalities, hospitals, advocacy groups, and chambers of commerce throughout the week. Being informed about specific bills in order to make an informed decision is a big part of my job. I get excited about talking about social work and the importance of macro levels social work skills to make an impact in our community. And my ask to you is to try to become involved in your own community. Being able to put those macro level skills to work is really important, and we need you working in our communities. Thank you again for this opportunity to share about what a typical day might be for me. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Sherry Grogan. I'm running for Kansas House District 38. It is an open seat. I recently had an employment change that's given me the opportunity to run for office. I'm active in the community, helped organize a nonprofit, nonpartisan group of citizens where we stay abreast of the issues that are impacting our community. We collaborate, share information, and attend meetings and make sure our voices are heard. I'm also active in the Kansas Democratic Party. I am the chairperson for Leavenworth County Democrats and also 2nd Congressional District. Issues that are important to me are the economy. COVID has destabilized people's pocketbooks, governments, and it's important that we get on track. We're going to have to reevaluate our priorities. And rural broadband, I support the further deployment of that to help with remote learning opportunities, work from home jobs, and telemedicine. Healthcare, in particular, the mental health aspect of it is something that we need to make more available at an earlier age for people that have issues. It could help us reduce cost with the correction systems. It can also positively impact drug use and violence. Education is another one. We need to make sure our children are prepared for the future. And then lastly, rights, reproductive rights, voting rights, and equal rights. I do not like any of our citizens to feel like they're second class. We need to make sure we're a welcoming Kansans. Thank you for your consideration.
I'm Joanna Schultz, running for the Kansas House District 40. I'm a veteran, retired teacher, wife, and mother. Like you, I'm tired of political infighting. I will work to find creative solutions to expand Medicaid to working Kansans, fully funding our schools, recover our economy, and take care of our veterans. Stand with me to make caring for Kansans our first priority. I'm Joanna Schultz, running for the Kansas House, District 40.
Hi, I'm Katie Dixon, and I'm running for State House of Representatives in House District 49, which is in Olathe. I'm running because I'm a pragmatic problem solver. I will fight extremism and bring balance to Topeka. I'm committed to listening to the concerns of senior citizens and their caregivers. I'm equally committed to protecting public school funding because strong public schools drive strong local economies. Olathe is the next place to make significant change in Kansas, and I'm the person to do it.